I want to finish all my sketchbooks by the end of 2024. Will I make it? Will I not? Make your bets in the comment section. Hi folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ariane. I am a French illustrator, and this is the place where I say I make art, I say I do crafts, but mostly I do sketchbook stuff. So if you like sketchbooks, you're in for a treat today, because in this video I'm going to do a short tour of whatever the fuck I've been doing in my sketchbook for the past week. But I have been working for the past week in 3 different sketchbooks, and if you know me, you know that I am a sketchbook hoarder, and I have an addiction to paper and an addiction to art supplies. So I told myself at the beginning of the year that I would stop buying sketchbooks, and then I found loopholes, and then I broke my promise, and I still bought new ones and made myself new ones. So now I promise you that I am on my way to finish the hell out of all the sketchbooks that I do have left. And so this week I worked in 3 different sketchbooks. The mother of all sketchbooks, the Onion Skin Journal, which, I mean, it's a treat whenever I get to do something in it. It's just a treat. I love it so much. The teeny tiny sketchbook that I bought myself not so long ago, it's an art creation. I feel like everyone on Instagram has the same one. And then this big old sketchbook that I bought at Cultura. I don't know what the brand is. I just know it's a cheap sketchbook, but it's an A4, and I think the paper is nothing over 120 grams, maybe 80 grams. I don't know. It's very light paper, but surprisingly it holds paint quite well, and it becomes it becomes crinkly, but in a fun way. So yeah. And there it is for an intro, guys. I'm really really grateful for all the new people here, and I've had 2 comments about the fact that I put subtitles, engraved subtitles in the video. Is that annoying to you? Should I stop? Maybe I will not do it in this video, and if people miss it, they will tell me. I don't know. Thank you so much for all the new people who subscribed. It's been a ride. Let's get into it. Yeah. This is an A6 art creation sketchbook, and this sticker I have had for so many years and I forgot where it's from. But this one is the Wild Pencil Studio. And at the back, it's a sticker that was gifted me from an order of the site My Rockway, which is a website that does watercolor supplies. And then when you open it, I just watched some materials that I had bought on the day that I bought the sketchbook, and then some tiny leaves that I found on the river, which is really sweet. And then you might have already seen this little toad, a swatchy page where I just swatched all my inks, a self-portrait that I absolutely hate, that I made not with Tumbos. I think it's just markers, water-based markers, aqua marker from Deco Time. Yeah. And then I made a tiny self-portrait, and I'm really really proud of it. I didn't think that I would make it. The angle of the photograph is really a weird one, and I feel like the likeness is good, and I like the effect of the hydrangeas. This one I did with Luminous crayons and a G-Tech Pilot, a G-Tech C4 by Pilot. It's something that, guess what, I was influenced to buy by Sophie McBike. They're such a terrible influence on me. It's funny, and it's a picture of a field with horses that I saw one day when I was at work, and I really don't like the effect. I feel like the composition is okay, but I'm not a fan of the crayon effect. I don't know. And then a swatchy page where I swatched some watercolors that I had bought. I bought myself a tiny watercolor set, and I might just do a video about all my art supplies at one point, which I think you would maybe like. This is a tiny watercolor study of a crest that is engraved in my house, which I know it's really cool. When I moved in, I thought it was like super pretty and mysterious. Turns out it's just the crest of my village, but still cool. Then I went to the river and I swatched my watercolors and tried to mix some greens, and then did a little dragonfly and a little leaf. And then I was still at the river, still doing swatchy stuff and leafy stuff. And then I tried to do some clouds based off of a picture that I took. And then I just drew my tiny embroidery scissors. I love them, they're so pretty, and I don't know why I've never drawn them before, but I really like this page, which is good because the next page I'm going to hate. I tried to do something. I really liked this page at first because I tried to swatch a color palette that was inspired by the artist Lee Alexin. And she's amazing with colors. I love the way she uses colors, and I recently joined her Patreon. Anyway, I was trying to do something that's like Lee, but it just fucked up. I don't know, the palette is cool, but the drawing is meh. And then I tried to do a butterfly, which looks like I took a giant turd on my sketchbook. And then I didn't let the watercolors dry off enough, and then I did watercolors and pastels underneath. And I just went through the page. Ridiculous. I don't know. This is a bouquet of tulips, and I did it zoomed in, and I really like this version. Shit. Crazy how I always bore myself to death when I do these. Crazy. But yeah, this is one of the drawings that I did inside of this sketchbook and tried to do inside of the two other sketchbooks as well. And then I did a poopy crap on my page again, and then I did some pears. I went running on Saturday, and on the way back I found some pears and I picked them up, not to eat them but to draw them, and I love how the watercolor reacted. This paper is not meant for watercolors, but I love the way they react on this paper. And I think this is watercolors plus some Tombows and some Pigma. A Pigma FB, Sakura, Japan. It's a nice pen. Yeah, and then I did a swatchy page where I took 3 colors. No, I added more. I took 5 colors plus white and tried to see what I could mix. And then an inky page, and then I'm done. I still have loads of the sketchbook to go over, but it's going to be fun. I feel like this is filling up quite quickly and I like this format. I would not love it always, but I like having it on hand. On hand. And then onto the trusty onion skin. This is my favorite sketchbook ever. This is my address. I don't want you to see it. This is a sticker by Sophie McPike. This is the Wild Pencil Studio. This is a 4-leaf clover, and this is made by me. There are so many videos where I go through what I did on this page, and I think what I did on this one as well. So I'll just go over them. I don't know if I told you about this page. I did it with a scribble brigade. It's the Fields of Flowers one, and I just love how watercolor reacts on this paper, which is totally different from how it reacts on the other paper. A portrait of one of my colleagues at work, some swatches. Yeah, I had told you about that. And then the same cloud I did in the tiny sketchbook, I did in this one, and then the same scissors, I also did them on this one. And this paper is made for the use of ink, and it's just beautiful how the ink reacts on this paper. It doesn't bleed, it's perfect, it's perfect. And then the tulips, I really love this one. And see how the page is, all crinkly. And then I did a little pear, which I really love. And it just saves my page because I did this poop. And I thought my page was ruined. But now that it's got the pear, I think it looks quite cool. And then I did a swatchy page because honestly, I just wanted to put paint on this paper to see how it looks. And it looks really fun. It looks really fun and it feels really cool. It feels amazing. And then I put ink on the page to see how it felt. And it felt really cool. And then I took out my Tombow markers and tried to redo the field with the horses. And I cropped myself again. But I don't know, it's not beautiful, but I don't hate it as either. It's just not very interesting, is it? That's it. And now I've got so much pages left, but I still feel like I've done a reasonable amount. So I love the sketchbook. My big old sketchbook. It's a sketchbook where I did loads of stuff, research and stuff. Yeah. And I took it with me when I went to my oil painting class. So yeah. And then I was working on an exhibition, and this is where I did the research, the compositions of my paintings. I did some portraits of people. I think this one features in my sketchbook tour of shame. And what I did this week is I took it up again and I tried to doodle in it, which is ugly as fuck. I don't know if you want to know the story about this. I think I told you the story that my sister makes me a book box every month with a book that she picked for me. And she writes me a little postcard and sends me tea and sometimes a snack, and it's really sweet. And I love my sisters. Both my sisters are amazing people. And so every month, to thank her, and I'm really late on this, but to thank her, every month I try to make an illustration of the favorite part of the book that she sent me the month prior. So I tried to think of an illustration. I tried to think of the book that she had sent me the month before and try to make up a little illustration about it, but it looks like shit, but it's okay. And then the tulips, I really love this. I think it would look fine as a print. I love it. I love it. I love the colors. I love this color palette. Love, love. And the pears, they bled because I couldn't be bothered to wait for it to dry, but I like the effect. And then a poopy swatch page. And then some notes on another illustration I want to make about the book for the month of July that my sister gifted me, and it's a book called Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. And it was an amazing book. I loved it so much that I want to illustrate it entirely. I shouldn't have done that. And this is it. This is all that I've done this week. I hope you enjoyed my blabbering, and I'm off to try and make a video out of this, and hopefully it will be up sometime tonight. Love you. Thank you for subscribing. Don't hesitate to send me a message or to write comments. I will dutifully reply to every single comment that you put on my channel, because I feel so privileged to be able to have a YouTube channel and do this and have so much fun. And you know, this YouTube channel gives me the hope that someday maybe I will be able to quit my day job and do art full time. So thank you so much for making me dream and for being so kind always. Love you so much.